A country road disappearing off on the horizon. You wonder where it goes, but you never seem to have the time to find out. In Montana, routes like this are common, but it's the travelers that take them that are uncommon. Today, we're one of those as we head out on a day trip into the past and find out how close yesterday really is. Bozeman, Montana is a micropolis on the southwest side of Montana. It's the fourth largest city in the state, but still rather small by most standards. The roads that lead out of the town offer different adventures all their own, but if you set out west on Highway 84, you can take one historic tour that leads to many surprising sights and even a few wild interactions.
Our first stop was a grizzly bear encounter just right outside of Bozeman. And they had 5 grizzly bears there. They released one each 2 hours, every 2 hours. And then they had a bunch of learning stuff. So not only did you get to see the grizzly bears in a habitat, but you also got to learn a little bit about it and what would happen if you did see a grizzly bear in the wild.
We've got 5 rescue bears all together. It's always fun to see someone who's seeing a grizzly bear for the first time in person. It can be overwhelming for them. Sometimes they get emotional. They all have their own personalities, their own likes and dislikes. And so it's fun to sit and watch them and kind of learn each bear's personality.
Grizzly bears are a natural species to Montana. Montana Grizzly Encounters gives families the opportunity to see and learn about grizzly bears up close, while still staying a safe distance away.
Bears are very intelligent, and so they're also opportunistic. So if they get a food reward from humans when they're out in the wild, next time they want a snack or next time they see a human, they're thinking, kind of putting those two together.
Our next stop in exploring the Old West heritage of Montana would have to be Virginia City. In 1863, Bill Fairweather and Henry Edgar discovered gold about a mile from where the town sits now and named it Varina after Varina Howell Davis, the only First Lady of the Confederate States of America during the Civil War. Upon registering the town, Judge G.G. Bissell objected to their town name and recorded it as Virginia City. In the 1940s, Charles and Sue Bovey began buying and restoring the town that you see today.
It's one of the historic Old West mining towns that they still kept intact. So during the summer, they have gunfighters. You would walk into these old buildings and they would have like old toys from the Old West, back from the early 1800s. And you'd walk into their old general store and they had the old scales and they had a really old cash register. So you really got a unique sense of history when you went there and to see what the mining culture in Montana was all about.
Now back on Highway 84, we continue to hug the current of the Madison River. Coves along the shore banks allow fishermen and rafters easy access to the blue flow of water.
You just saw people sit there and relax on the river and either read a book or think about their thoughts or different things like that. It was very peaceful and very remarkable.
Bozeman is a recreationist mecca with many different activities where you can explore, learn, and play all within a day's time. And the best part is you can do it at your own pace.
It's a self-guided tour, so we just left right out of Bozeman and we found the information on the Bozeman tourism website. I was able to go at my own pace. While driving along this Old West day trip, you saw a lot of wildlife and a lot of nature. It is close to Yellowstone and West Yellowstone, and so you got to see a lot of that same wildlife that's in the park, but just around there. The really unique thing that I got to see is I got to see a coyote kind of go along the riverbank, and it pounced to grab a squirrel, and then it came out of the ground. And so being able to take my time and being able to stop and actually take in the wildlife that is there will be a one-of-a-time experience that I will be able to cherish for the rest of my life.
Greg Anderson once said, "Focus on the journey, not the destination. Joy is found not in finishing an activity, but in doing it." There's nothing better than a day like this, driving down a country road and enjoying rural, historic America. It's these moments that make the road of life worth the trip. For At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Heumann. Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Stephen?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.